Dear students, this is 11th Zoology video class, Chapter 2, Kingdom Animalia. Chapter 2, Kingdom Animalia, Part 3. Part 3. Last video class, we have seen organ level of organization. Organ level of organization we have seen, and organ system level of organization also we have seen. Organ system level of organization also we have seen. Then diploplastic and triploplastic organization we have seen. Then patterns of symmetry also we have seen. In this we have already seen what is symmetry. Symmetry is the body arrangement in which parts that lie on opposite side of and central opposite side of an axis are identical. This is we call as a symmetry. And asymmetry means they do not display symmetry. Here, this is the one we call as a asymmetrical. They do not display symmetry. The organism, they do not show any positions if you draw any plane on the center of the body. That is we call it asymmetrical. The next one, we are seeing what is radial symmetrical. Just mark it 2 marks. When any plane passing through the central axis of the body divides an organism into two identical parts, it is called radial symmetry. Just mark it 2 marks, important one. I'll show you examples of that radial symmetry here. This is the one examples of radial symmetry. You can find. This is the one radial symmetry. Example, sea anemone. The next one is the one pentamerous radial symmetry. Here, this is the one pentamerous radial symmetry. What they say here, that organism which have 5 planes of symmetry. 5 planes of symmetry and shows a pentamerous radial symmetry. Penta means 5. Penta means 5. Radial means the side, lateral side. Here, so these organisms, once if we draw a line on the middle of the body of the organisms, so these positions of the body are just divided into 5 radial symmetry. That is because of pentamerous radial symmetry. The next one is the one biradial symmetry. Next diagram. Can you see here? This is what we call as a biradial symmetry. Bi means 2. Radial means the lateral side. Here. Can you see? Animal which possesses 2 pairs of symmetrical sides are said to be biradial symmetry. Can you see here? This is the organisms. Biradial symmetry. Example, comb jelly. Examples, comb jelly. So here, this is the one full image of comb jelly. Just there, drawing one line in the middle or lateral, both directions. If you just draw a line, means it the body of the organism divided into 2. That is because of biradial symmetry. The next one is the one bilateral symmetry. Here, this is the one called as a bilateral symmetry. Here, this is we call as a bilateral. Can you see this bilateral symmetry in insects? Animals which have 2 similar halves, which means halves. Animals which have 2 similar half on either side of the central plane show bilateral symmetry, not biradial, bilateral symmetry. Bi means 2, lateral means side. Once if you draw a line on the middle of the organisms, that organisms can divide into 2 half. That is because of bilateral symmetry. The next one we'll see coelom. Next topic is the one we'll see coelom one here. The presence of the body cavity or coelom is important in classifying animals. Whatever we say, bilateral, biradial, pentamerous, all this define as well examples you must recall. Same thing in coelom also. The presence of the body cavity or coelom. Body cavity only because of coelom is important to classifying the animals. Most animals possesses a body cavity between body wall and alimentary canal. So a coelom possesses the body wall and alimentary canal. They given a few examples here. Diagram they given here. I'll show you. And is lined with the mesoderm. You know what I mean by mesoderm? Mesoderm means meso means middle layer. Derm means layer. During development of embryo, the embryo they form three germ layers. Three layers we say. Ectoderm, endoderm, mesoderm. That mesoderm only they form a coelom. The animal which do not possesses a body cavity are called as a acoelomates. They don't have cavity, that is we call as a acoelomates. A means here absent, coelom means cavity. Cavity do not have cavity, that is we call as a acoelomates. Since there is no body cavity in this animal, their body is solid without perivisceral cavity. Perivisceral cavity. Visceral means inner organ. So perivisceral means inner organ cavity will not be there. Inner organ cavity will not be there. This restricts the free movements of internal organs. Example, flatworm. Example, flatworm. In some animals, the body cavity is not fully lined by the mesodermal epithelium, but the mesoderm is formed as a scattered pouch between the ectoderm and endoderm. So that is we call as a pseudo coil or pseudo seal, we say. In some animals, here the body cavity is not fully lined by the mesoderms of a mesodermal epithelium, but the mesoderm is just placed as a scattered pouches between ectoderm and endoderm. So this is we call as a pseudocoel or pseudocoil, and is filled with the pseudocoelomic fluids. Animals that possess a pseudocoel are called as a pseudocoelomates. Example, roundworm. Example, roundworm. The next one, eucoeloms, or we can say true coeloms. True coelom is a fluid filled cavity that develops within the mesoderms and lined by the mesodermal epithelium called as a peritoneum. They'll ask you important 2 mark, peritoneum. So here the true coeloms only because the eucoelomates. The fluids filled with cavity they develop within the mesoderms as well as the mesodermal epithelium. That is because of peritoneum. Important 2 mark. Just mark it out. The next one, coelomates or eucoelomates. Animals with a true body cavity are called coelomates or eucoelomates. Mark it 2 marks. Another one. Based on the mode of formation coeloms, the eucoelomates are classified into two. Based on the method of formations of coelom, they are classified into two. One is one zygoscoelomates. What is that one? Zygoscoelomates. Here in these animals, zygoscoelomates. In these animals, the body cavity is formed by splitting of mesoderms. Splitting of mesoderms. Examples, annelids, arthropods, mollusks. And the next one, enterocoelomates. Enterocoelomates animals. The body cavity is formed from the mesodermal pouches of archenterons. Example, echinoderms, hemichordates, and chordates. So the enterocoelomates animals we have seen, the body cavity is formed from the mesodermal pouches of archenterons. Examples, echinoderms, hemichordata, and chordates. Here, so these are the diagrams. Here coelomates, that's the flatworms. Pseudocoelomates, that is the roundworms. Then coelomates, that is the one, annelids, arthropoda, echinodermata, and chordata. Here, we'll see one by one development of zygoscoelomates and enterocoelomates. This is the one diagram they're showing here. Development of zygoscoelomates. You can go through in your textbook. The next topic is the one segmentations and notochord. Segmentations and notochord. What is segmentations? In some animals, The body is externally and internally divided into a series of repeated units called segments. Repeated units called segments with a serial repetitions of some organs. That is metamerisms. The simplest form of segmentation is here found in annelids. Simplest form of segmentation is found in annelids, in which each unit of body is very similar to the next ones. But arthropods, the cockroach, that's arthropods means join the legs because arthropods. That is a cockroach. Examples of arthropods, cockroach. The segments may look different and has a different functions. Animal which possesses notochord at any stage of their development are called as a chordates. Just mark it 2 marks. What is chordates? Animal which possess notochord at any stage of their development are called chordates. What is notochord? Notochord is a cord-like structures, a string-like structures. Notochord is a mesodermally derived rod-like structure formed on the dorsal side during embryonic development in some animals. Based on the presence or absence of notochords, animals are classified as chordates, that is a cephalochordates, urochordates, then pisces to mammalia. So based on the presence or absence of notochord. What is notochord? I told you cord-like structures or rod-like structure. That is because of notochord. So here due to presence and absence of notochords, animals are classified as chordates, cephalochordates, urochordates, pisces to mammals, and non-chordates, that is a peripheral to hemichordata. The next topic is the one classifications of kingdom Animalia. Classifications of kingdom Animalia. Animal kingdom is divided into two subkingdom. Animal kingdom is divided into two subkingdom, the Parazoa and Eumetazoa. Animal kingdom is divided into two subkingdom, the Parazoa and Eumetazoa, based on the organization. Here, Parazoa. What is Parazoa? We'll see. Here, Parazoa. This includes the multicellular sponges. This include multicellular sponge, and their cells are loosely aggregated. The multicellular sponge are there. That is because of Parazoa. Their cells are loosely arranged. That is, they say as loosely aggregated. Do not form tissues or organs. They don't have tissue or organ. That is because of Parazoa. Then Eumetazoa. The next one is the one Eumetazoa. These include multicellular animals. This includes multicellular animals with well-defined tissues. With well-defined tissues which are organized as organ and organ systems. So here they form as the multicellular animals. Well-defined tissues that they form organized an organ and organ system. Eumetazoa includes two taxonomical level called grades. They include Radiata bilateria. We'll see what is that Radiata. Okay. Then what is bilateria? Here, some classifications are given here. Here, the classifications of kingdom Animalia based on common fundamental features. They given here. Kingdom Animalia, that is we call as a multicellular. Level of organization, cellular level, tissue or organ system, symmetry, radial symmetry and bilateral symmetry, body cavity, Without body cavity, we call it acoelomates. With false coelomates, we call it pseudocoelomates. With true coelomates, we call it coelomates. And in phylum, Porifera, Coelenterata. Coelenterata, another name we call as a Cnidaria. Then Ctenophora, Platyhelminthes, Asilminthes, Annelida, Arthropoda, Mollusca, Echinodermata, Hemichordata, Chordata. So these are the classifications of kingdom Animalia based on the common fundamental features we have seen so far. Yet to complete this one, the next topic is the one radiator. Next topic is the one radiator. So this topic will start in the next video class. Today we have completed the kingdom, classifications of kingdom Animalia. We have started. Then segmentations of notochord we have completed. Then what is radial symmetry, pentamerous symmetry, what is biradial, bilateral symmetry, all these things we have seen. And then we have seen what is coelom, acoelom, pseudocoelom, enterocoeloms, all these things we have seen. Just go through today itself. Unless you understand only the future topics, coming topic will be easily understandable. Okay, go through today itself. Okay, bye. Take care.